And we're live. I'm just gonna give you a few seconds to get in because I am trying to get up a couple, multiple streams or screens actually, so that way I can comment if Anne's not able to get on. So today's it'll be faster and slower all at once. Okay. Um, let's see. For some reason, it's not allowing me to do it. So if I don't comment on it, sorry. Still learning all this live stuff. Interactivity question. Okay, we're just gonna roll with it. So today I'm really excited. We're on day 4, right? Day 4 of making money moves. This is Operation Get Paid. If we don't do the work, we don't get paid. We're everybody's best kept secret, right? So we're locked in and we're not stopping. It doesn't matter if this takes you more time than every day. I'm just trying to give you the tools that we need to get you paid. So I have to say something before we get started. Yesterday, people in the group went live. Yay, I saw them. Some people are obviously more comfortable on the camera. Some people need some scripts. Um, I find that if I'm too scripted, I read the screen, right? I like having some bullet points so that I got some good ideas and I can expound on those because Lord knows I love to talk. The Lord knows, and everyone who knows me knows I love to talk. Um, oh, there we go. I can see it. See it. If you're live, go ahead and let me know that you're here. I've got you on this screen, so if you see me looking, that's what that is. I'm so excited that you guys actually went live. You got on the camera. You got seen. You saw posts. You see that people are starting to look at what you have to offer because you're viewing. You're seeing people are viewing it. Now we need the right people to view it. I saw those posts. I saw some comments on them, and you to understand how big that is. That's big. Most people talk about showing up. You didn't just talk about it. You were about it. So if you went live yesterday, good job. Go ahead and drop a yes in the comment. If not, that's fine. You don't have to. I just want to celebrate you guys for going live. So if you're catching this on a replay, go ahead down to the guides. The guides are down in on the page, and then you've got the mission. We're doing mission 4, right? So recognize that this is going to be under mission 1 to 7, but it's going to be the guide number 4 or the worksheet number 4. But stay, because today is one of the most important days in this whole challenge. It really is. Before we get too far into it, I want to talk about what happened yesterday. We already did, right? People went live, actually got on camera, actually got seen. I was watching and I read and I saw, and I'm so excited. This challenge was not about not talking about doing a thing. It was actually doing the thing. So now, day 3 is still in the guides if you need it. If you are behind, that's fine. Behind is nothing as long as we're making actions, small actions to make big momentum. That's what consistency does. It compounds. It's like the snowball rolling downhill, catching momentum. Let's get into day 4 because it's a big one. Yesterday we were working on visibility. Actually, the last 2 days we were working on visibility. We were getting seen, then we were getting on camera, then we were talking in the DMs. Today we're going to take it one level deeper because here is one thing about visibility. Being seen is not enough on its own. You need to be seen by the right people so that they actually get paid. I called them no pays the other day, or never pays, right? You want to make sure that you are getting seen by your ideal audience in a time when they're ready to buy. And if they're not ready to buy, they've seen you enough that they have the confidence in who you are and what you have to offer. You need to be seen by the right people. You need to be seen by those that buy and know immediately that you're exactly who they've been looking for. And that, we find, is in positioning. Positioning is the answer to the question. When the right person finds you, they immediately think about what you do and that you solve their problem. If they don't think that, they're going to scroll on past because they can't figure out what it is that you actually do. Let me test you right now. If you can, I want you to think about your profile. Take a second. Think about it. Am I paused? It looks like I'm live. Okay. I want you to think about it. If a stranger landed on your page today, would they know in 10 seconds what it is you do? What problem you solve, who you help? And if you're the person that has their that can solve their problem for them. 10 seconds, that's all you get. That's actually pretty gracious. Most people know that within the first 3 to 5 seconds. If the answer is no, or I'm not sure, that's what we want to fix today, because it just matters. It matters too much. You can be the most visible person in your niche, posting every single day, going live constantly, and still you're not getting clients. If your positioning is off, the right people land on your page and leave because they don't see themselves in what you're saying. They don't recognize the pain point. They don't recognize anything. They're just seeing what it is that they see, right? So they're getting a little bit lost. That means you're doing some generic positioning, and that's invisible positioning. When you try to speak to everyone, you speak to no one. Those that have been on some of my challenges and whatnot know that I say that. If you're trying to speak to everyone, you're speaking to no one. And that's because you're not specific enough for anyone to see themselves in anything that you're talking about. And if they do, it doesn't have enough impact to draw them to take an action. I want you to think about someone you follow online, someone you immediately knew the first time you found them. Like a Gary V, that's who I like. Gary V, or Amy Porterfield, or people like that. How do they make you feel? It wasn't that they were perfect, right? It was that there was something they said that made you think, wait, that's me. That's my situation. That's my problem. The best one I can think of, actually, right off the top of my head, is Mel Robbins. Think about how she shows up online and what she has to say. I know she can be polarizing for some people, but polarizing is also kind of good because it makes people think, it puts them on edge, and when people are on edge, they make decisions or they make conversations about things. All right. When someone thinks, that's my situation, that's my problem, that's what positioning does. It makes a person feel found. Have you worked on that at all? On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think your positioning is right now? 1 meaning nobody knows really what you do. 10 meaning, oh my God, my ideal clients find me, and they immediately know that you are for them. Most of the businesses I see are sitting at a 3 to a 5, and that's okay. I've seen people put 7s, and I want to talk to them because there's always room to get sharper, right? We always have room to finesse and get better. Today we move every single one of those numbers up. All right, here's our 4 moves for today. Right, I want you to write, I only work with statements. So you don't help everyone, even if you want to help everyone. You don't help anyone. Not, I work with entrepreneurs, because that's bleh. Specific, I only work with blank who blank and want blank. Write it down. Seriously, grab your guide, your worksheet, or grab a piece of paper and write it down before we move on. I'm going to give you a few moments to do that. So that way we get that time. All right. Okay. Think about that for later too. I'm going to give you an example so you know what specifically that looks like. As a vague version, it sounds like, I help women grow their businesses. A specific version sounds like, I only work with women coaches and service providers who are already showing up but not getting consistent clients. And they want a clear system to change. Feel the difference? One is like beep and the other is blank. So you know you got a lot more information, a lot more bang for your buck. One could be for anyone, one is for a specific person. Move 2. We're going to identify one problem you solve better than anyone else. Not 3 problems, not 5 problems. What is one thing that when someone comes to you and you fix it, they look at you like you just changed their life? Name that one problem out loud right now. You don't have to write it down. You could just say it out loud. I want you to hear it from your own mouth. All right, now that we got that down, pull up your last 5 posts right now. Go look at them and ask yourself honestly, do these speak to my ideal client or do they speak to everyone? If someone who was not your ideal client could read those posts and think, this might be for me, your positioning is too broad. You need to get more specific. If they think, oh my God, this is for me, you got it right. That was move 3. Okay, now we're on to move 4. Take one of these posts and rewrite it today with your ideal client in mind. Speak directly to their situation. Use their language. Address their specific problem and post that new version. And watch what happens to your engagement. And if you got a banger post, I want you to mention it in your stories and tell them to go check out your post today. All right. Here's your personal page move. Remember, we've got that page that we're talking about our business stuff. And then we got that page that's just generally us. They can be the same page, but I want you to do a personal page move today. And I want you to cross-post it to other platforms. Post your I only work with statement on your personal page. Just that. One sentence. Raw and direct. Something like, I just got really clear on something. I only work with blank. If you're that someone, let me know. Let's talk. Then you can tag me if you want. You don't have to tag. I want you to put it in our group so that way we can see who it is that you work with, because we might have some people that are your ideal clients. I'm going to show up. I'm going to comment on every single one of those posts, and here's what I want you to do with it. Let's see, how do I want to put this? The one sentence needs to be on your personal page, and it's going to do one of two things. It's going to make your ideal client say, she's got me. Or it's going to filter out the people who are never there to buy from you anyway. Both those outcomes are good. Clarity attracts, vagueness repels, and we want the ideal audience, your ideal audience are on your socials and seeing you so that we can cut down those times and those views. Worksheet, you know where the worksheet's going to be. I'll probably repeat that every day. It's going to be in the guides, under the videos when you're watching it on replay, or if you're on YouTube, go ahead and grab it from the link that you're going to see. I want you to work on the I only work with statement exercises, and I want you to get that filled in by the end of today, not tomorrow, the end of today. And that's just because the rest of the content we're going to build is based on that specific statement. So here's what I need you to walk away with. You're not for everybody, and that is not actually a limitation. That is your superpower. The more specific you get about who you serve, the more magnetic you become, and you attract the right person or the right people who are meant to work with you. Stop trying to appeal to everyone. I know it's a fun trap. It's something that we all want to get into, right? We want to get there. We want to be everybody's cup of tea. You don't really want to be that. The more specific you get about who you serve, the more magnetic you become, and you attract the exact person you're meant to work with, the exact people you're meant to work with. Stop trying to appeal to everyone. Start speaking directly to the one person who needs you the most. When you do that, your content changes. Your conversations change. Your clients change. Your energy changes. I want you to drop the I only work with statement into the group when you write it, when you feel good about it. We'll look at it. We'll give you a little feedback. If it feels right with you, that's awesome. Let's go make those money moves. Have a great day 4. Have a great Saturday. It's a Saturday. Have a good one. Bye.